Hi, Phanessa here. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to crochet the Azure scarf. For the materials, I'm using Caron 1 pound. This is acrylic category 4. For the Tunisian hook, I'm using an interchangeable set here from Knit Pro, and I'm using the size 7 millimeters. You'll also need a tape measure, a pair of scissors, and a tapestry needle. Go ahead and grab a few stitch markers for row counting if you want. Otherwise, you can just measure as you go or use a row counter. Okay, so the size of the scarf is 6.5 inches wide and 76 inches long. All right, let's get started. Okay, so we'll start with your normal foundation row. I chained 26 stitches for the scarf, but this sample here, I'm just going to chain a smaller number. So you want to start with a slip knot, and the pattern is in multiples of 2, so any even number of stitches. So you want to chain 26 stitches if you're working the 6.5 inches. Okay, so into the second chain from the hook, you're going to insert your hook through the back. So here's the first, second, and then roll it over and insert your hook through the back humps or the spine. And you want to yarn over and pull up a loop. So we're going to leave that on our hook, and then we're going to repeat all the way across, insert into the next stitch, and then pull up a loop. So keep pulling up a loop from each chain stitch all the way across. So you should have the same number of loops on your hook as the number of chains you started with. Okay, this is my last chain stitch. So now we're going to complete the foundation row with the return pass. You want to chain 1, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and then just repeat all the way across. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2, and then just keep going until you have 1 loop on your hook. Okay, I'm at the end. We're going to now start row 1, skip this first vertical bar, and then we're going to skip the next stitch. So this one here, we're going to skip. And then to the next stitch, we're going to work a Tunisian simple stitch, okay? And then go back to the skip stitch and work a Tunisian simple stitch. So this is your cross Tunisian simple stitch. You're going to repeat across, skip 1 into the next Tunisian simple stitch, and then go back to the skip stitch and work another Tunisian simple stitch. So repeat that all the way across. Okay, this is my last set. Skip 1 into the next and then go back. Now you want to work your end stitch. Always go through 2 loops, the front and the back vertical bars. Okay, work your return pass as normal. You want to chain 1, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and repeat all the way across. So that's pretty much it. You're going to repeat that last row until you're happy with the length or until 76 inches long. We're now ready to bind off. I'm going to do that in pattern. So I'm going to skip one into the next, pull up a loop, and then pull through the loop that's on your hook. Okay, and then you go back to the skip stitch, pull up a loop, and then through the loop on your hook. And then just repeat, skip one into the next, and go back to the skip stitch, and it's basically a slip stitch. Okay, so repeat all the way across in pattern, meaning you're still working the cross Tunisian simple stitch. But instead of leaving the loops on your hook, you're just going to pull it through the loop that's on your hook, making a slip stitch essentially. End stitch, go ahead and insert through 2 loops and then slip stitch. And then fasten off and weave in your ends. With Tunisian, there is a bit of curl on the edges, so I would recommend that you block this. You can also put fringe on the ends here that'll help pull it straighter. I'm going to wet block my scarf. I'm going to use these knit blockers here from Knitter's Pride and a bottle of water. So you just need a spray bottle. And I don't have anything long enough, so I'm just going to fold my scarf as I block. So I'm going to grab the knit blockers and pin down the edge here. I'll pin the other side as well. And then I'll pin along the edges to the other side of my mat. So I'm just going to spritz the scarf just to dampen the yarn, the fabric. Then I'm going to fold it back the other direction and pin it down as well. And I'm going to pick up the pins that I've already placed and then just pull it out and just pin it back down with the top layer through both layers. You can also just wet the whole thing in a basin and then lay it out to dry. So I'm going to repeat this until I reach the end of the scarf, folding it and then spraying it till it's damp, and then repinning the edges.